Let me ask you a question. When you place a trade, do you know who your silent partner is? It's not your broker. It's not the market. It's the IRS. And whether you make money or lose money, they're involved in every single trade you take. Most traders think they're trading against the market. But in reality, you're trading in a three-party relationship. You, the market, and the IRS. And here's the kicker. The IRS just shows up later with a bill. Taxes aren't sexy, and the content creation side of things isn't either. Why? Because you can't put ordinary income tax rates on a thumbnail and go viral. What does go viral? I turned $5,000 into $50,000 trading options. But what they don't tell you is how much of that $50,000 is your money and how much is the government's money. Let's make this simple. Every trade you make has an invisible line that says, a portion of this belongs to the government. You just don't know how big that portion is yet. The IRS doesn't care how hard the trade was, how stressful it was, or how many losses you took before the win. They only care about what type of income you made and the applicable taxes due based on that income type. Let's say you make $50,000 trading this year. Sounds great, right? But here's the question that actually matters. What kind of $50,000 was it? The IRS sees multiple types of income, such as but not limited to wage income, short-term capital gains, long-term capital gains, and more. The key is to understand how each type of income is taxed in the eyes of the IRS. Here's a mental model I want you to consider. Imagine every trade as a pie. You might see the full pie as your profit, but the IRS quietly takes a slice before you even taste it. And the size of that slice changes depending on how long you hold that trade, how you trade, and the type of investment account you use. Many traders don't even realize how big that slice can be until it's too late. One more thing most traders don't realize: the wash sale rule. Simply put, if you sell a stock at a loss and buy the same stock, or a very similar one, within 30 days, before or after the date you sold the trade at a loss, the IRS won't let you claim that loss immediately. It gets deferred until you sell the new shares. Think of it as the IRS quietly reminding you, we're always watching, even when you think you're clever. I'll make a separate video going deeper on wash sale rules and how they can silently affect your trades. Many forms of active trading are taxed closer to ordinary income tax rates, which are your annual marginal tax rates. That $50,000 you thought was a win. After taxes and accounting for things like wash sales, it can feel more like $35,000 or less. And unlike a bad trade, you can't use your stop loss with the IRS. Here's another thing most people overlook: tax timing. Even if you know your gains are taxable, then when you recognize them matters. A short-term gain taxed this year at your top ordinary tax rate can feel completely different than a long-term gain recognized next year at a lower tax rate. Timing isn't just strategy. It's part of the game you must know about if you want to build lasting wealth. Here's the mental shift for you to take away. Pre-tax profits are imaginary. After-tax profits are real. If you don't know how your trades are taxed, you're just moving around in a pitch-black room, not understanding what's coming next. This is why traders who win a lot, lose a lot, or just tread water financially aren't necessarily bad at trading. It's because tax friction quietly eats their edge, especially if they don't understand short-term gains, long-term gains, timing, and wash sale rules. Think of it this way. Even if you're a skilled trader, the IRS is like a silent, invisible partner, sitting beside you, taking notes, and making sure you never forget their share. It's not personal, it's just how the system works. The trades you execute aren't just against the market, they're also against this invisible friction that most people ignore entirely. So, the next time you place a trade, remember this: you're not trading alone. The IRS is sitting right there with you, quietly watching, waiting, and keeping score. If you want to see how to make money and actually keep it, subscribe now, like, and hit the bell. Because in trading and in wealth building, what you keep matters more than what you make.